Last name of this next one wrong, but I can't read his writing. Number 4, right fielder, Jackson Gunter, thank you. And second baseman, number 1, Caleb Dewing. And playing third base, number 25, Quentin McGuire.
And here we go for game 3 of 3 between the Clever Blue Jays and
now for your Clever Blue Jays.
First we will
leading off and playing left field, number 5, Hayden Camp. Second baseman, number 2, Carter Winger. Behind the plate, catching, number 20, Trevor Doolin. Playing first base, number 13, Seth McGaffey. On the bump today for the Blue Jays, number 4, Lane Mendenhall. Playing right field, number 3, Landon Flood. Playing shortstop, number 12, Owen Hall. Designated hitter, number 27, Austin Scott. And center fielder, number 1, Braden Birch. Third baseman is number 17, Corbin Alley.
And as the lineups were announced over the loudspeakers here at Clever, I'll read them off. Once again, it's Isaac Newman leading off. Jake Maxwell will hit second. Bricks and Blue will be hitting third. Hitting cleanup will be Kate Archer. Alton Mackey is going to be on the mound for this third game today. So he'll face Clever. He is hitting, Kate Archer hits cleanup. Alton Mackey will hit fifth on the mound. Nate Rice will hit sixth. Hitting seventh will be Caleb Graves. Hitting eighth is Jackson Gunter, and hitting ninth will be Caleb Dewing for the Conway Bears, as they will face Lane Mendenhall on the mound for the Clever Blue Jays.
Okay, all right. Just checking. Well, yeah, I was going to see if you did commercial, but it's okay.
Lineup for the Blue Jays will look like this, with Hayden Camp leading off. Carter Winger will follow. Then after that is hitting third, Trevor Doolin. Seth McGaffey is first base, hitting in the cleanup spot. Hitting fifth is the pitcher, Lane Mendenhall, as they will greet Isaac Newman on the plate, at the plate. Landon Flood will hit sixth. Owen Hall hits seventh. Austin Scott will hit eighth, and Braden Birch will bat ninth.
Catcher number 30, Isaac Freeman.
For the Clever Blue Jays, the first pitch will be on its way in just a bit. Here it comes. First pitch, a strike, and it is 0-1. Pitch from Mendenhall. Here's the pitch. Strike, says the home plate umpire. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Conway run ruled Crane in the last game 14-4. So both games that Crane played, they fell 14-4 to Clever, 14-4 to Conway. Pitch is outside, and it's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. There from Mendenhall to Newman. Pitch upstairs. 3-2 the count to Isaac Newman. He's the leadoff man for Conway. Pitch outside, and a walk will be issued, and that will bring up Jake Maxwell to the plate.
Designated hitter number 10, Jake Maxwell.
Maxwell digging in. He started the last game on the mound. Pitch to Maxwell is a strike, and it is 0-1. Next pitch is now a ball. 1-1. Cardinals just got underway here as they lead it 1-0 to the Giants. Runner goes. Cardinals got their run thanks to a single to deep right center field off the bat of Nolan Arenado. I haven't looked at the lineup for who is batting for the Cardinals. If I was to be exact, I believe it's going to be, maybe Pujols is batting. We're not sure. Adam Wainwright's actually on the IL after dealing with COVID. Pitch to Maxwell, runner goes. There goes the throw to second base. He is safe there at first. So once again, this is the third and final game of this Saturday afternoon. The pitch. On his way from Mendenhall. Swing and a miss as he is down on strikes. KS on your scorecards if you're keeping score on your computer. Just a K if you're doing it from a scorebook. It's going to bring up
shortstop number 27, Brixton Blue.
Brixton Blue, the batter for the Conway Bears, with one man out here in the inning. First pitch to Blue. Strike, says the home plate umpire. It is 0-1. Here's the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Brixton Blue. Runner on second base for the Bears. Pitch. There goes the throw. Safe, says the bases umpire. So Conway can draw first blood early here in the first. Pitch to Blue. Swung on and hit off the end of that. Foul ball. Makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Count there to Blue. The 1-2 pitch to Blue is on its way from Mendenhall. Next pitch is pitch to Brixton Blue is on its way. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now with the sun starting to set, makes it a lot easier to see the count. Only 1 out here in the inning. No score between Clever and Conway. The pitch. The ball gets away. This is going to score a run on the pass ball walk, and that brings in the batter and Cade Archer to the plate. So Clever's only got to bring in just 1 hit.
Center fielder number 5, Cade Archer.
Kate Archer, the batter for the Conway Bears. Pitch inside, and it's going to be 1-0. There to Kate Archer. He is the fourth man to come to the plate. Here in the top of the first. Trying to check on the runner. He's back in safely. The pitch. They call it a strike 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. See once again Kate Archer. Runner goes. Trying to make a little bit of a. Try to almost go for second base. Let's get man on first. For Kate Archer, that is bricks and blue. Strike call there to Archer. One ball, 2 strikes to count, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. There goes a throw to second base. They got him there at second base as they were able to get a man out at second. They're on the steal. And that will send in the batter in Alton, or rather that will keep Kate Archer at the plate. 2 outs here in the inning, so with a 2 ball, 2 strike count, Archer could go down a strikeout victim. Hard hit ball right off the glove of the second baseman. Throws to first. They didn't get him. So it is 1-0 in favor of Conway. That will bring up the batter in Alton Mackey as Archer will reach second on a single and a throwing error.
Pitcher, number 34, Alton Mackey.
Alton Mackey digs into the right side batter's box. Here in the top of the first inning, 1 man on second base. They tried to get the man out at first, but they were unsuccessful on the field. That is clever. One ball, 1 strike to count to Alton Mackey. So far, Clever has allowed 3 batters, or 3 base runners so far. As Conway has sent 5 men to the plate. 2 outs here in the inning. We're currently sitting once again in the top of the first inning. Pitch to Mackey. Check the swing. And it is 1-2. The 2-2 count. Swing and a miss as he goes down on strikes. But the damage has been kept to a minimum. We head to the bottom of the first inning. It is 1-0 in favor of Conway. Welcome back to Clever High School. We're kicking off the bottom half of inning numero uno. Hayden Camp is the batter for the
Up to bat
Blue
for the Blue
Jays.
Jays.
Hitting from the left side.
Left fielder, number 5, Hayden Camp.
Got to refresh my memory from what has happened in the first game against Crane. Rudy struck out as he is the leadoff man. He did, I believe he got on base maybe once or twice in their last game against Crane. As the first pitch to him is going to be ball 1. Rather, strike 1, nothing in 1. Camp, your leadoff man. You do want your leadoff man to get on base. First pitch outside, next pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count to Hayden Camp. Camp, a junior for this Blue Jays team. Swung on a little tapper. Gonna stay in the infield. Safe as Hayden Camp beats the throw on the infield single. That will send up Carter Winger to the plate. Winger, a junior for this Blue Jays team.
Second baseman, number 2, Carter Winger.
Carter Winger, the batter. Got a couple base hits in the last game against Crane. Check as they try to get Camp on the bases. Swing and a miss there to Winger. And it's 0-1. And on first, that is Hayden Camp. So once again, Carter Winger at the plate for the Blue Jays. Check on the runner. Got a little bit of a, kind of flipped it right to the first baseman for the pickoff attempt. But the pickoff was unsuccessful. Been a nice day today here in Clever. I do see some very, very thin clouds. Try to get him safe there at second base. Hayden Camp steals second base, so he is on first to make, or on second rather, as he is in scoring position. He is Clever's first run of the ball game. Here's the pitch inside, and it is 1-2 the count there to Carter Winger. The pitch, swing and a miss, and Winger's down on strikes. We'll send up the batter and Trevor Doolin to the plate.
Now batting for the Blue Jays, catcher number 20, Trevor Doolin.
Trevor Doolin digs in. He's a catcher today for Clever. Here in the first inning of play. Score update to tell you about. Top of the second inning between the Cardinals and the Giants. Giants lead the Cardinals 4-3. Runners at first and second with nobody out. Cardinals have had 5 hits. I believe the Giants have just hit a home run. A 2-run homer. Cardinals are up to bat with Tommy Edman. That's going to be a base hit That's going to score Camp. No, they will not. Double play as they catch it. So it's going to be a... So they will double them off. I believe it was a fly out.
Way to go down for it.
It goes to center field, looks like, or
Left field.
left field. So those in left field as we head on to the top of the second inning. 1-0 in favor of Conway. Welcome back to Clever High School. We're in the handle of Christian County as it's the Clever Blue Jays taking on the Conway Bears.
Number
Nate
28,
Rice is your man
Nate
at the plate.
Rice.
Want to catch up with you on some score updates as we haven't in a while. Right now the Cubs lead the Dodgers 1-0. Braves and Brewers are tied at 0. 7-2 Pirates are leading the Reds. That's the second game. Guardians are leading the Blue Jays 4-2. As once again the Cardinals are trailing the Giants by a score of 4-3. 1-0 our score in this game. But earlier, let's look. The Reds did get a win today as they beat the Pirates by a score of 9-2. So that losing streak is no more. The Reds are currently 4-22 on this young 2022 season in Major League Baseball. Let me tell you, 2022 has got to be a tough year to be a Reds fan. There is Mackey, or rather Rice, strikes out looking. That sends up the batter in Caleb Graves to the plate.
First baseman, number 3, Caleb Graves.
That's kind of what happens if you're the Reds. You trade away Eugenio Suarez. Nick Castellanos opted out of his contract and signed with the Phillies. And also you traded away Jesse Winker. I can remember Jesse Winker had 3 home runs against the Cardinals last year. But I believe the Reds, they still do have Joey Votto. I believe they also have Mike Moustakas, former Royal, World Series champion with the Royals. Royals, too, also traded away a lot of their players from that 2015 World Series campaign. Cubs did from their 16 campaign. Baez is in Detroit. Rizzo's is in New York with the Yankees. I believe Schwarber is with the Phillies now, as he has gone with the Nationals, Red Sox, and now the Phillies. Two and 1 the count outside, and it's going to be 3 balls, 1 strike. Excuse me. Got to think who else the Cubs have traded away. Chris Bryant, he went to the Giants last year. Now he's with the Rockies. The only players that I can think of that the Cubs have is Jason Hayward and I think Kyle Hendricks.
Now batting, right fielder, number 4, Jackson Gunter.
Jackson Gunter digs into the plate for his first AB in the inning. So Jackson Gunter at the plate for the Conway Bears here in the top of the second inning. Pitch, swing, and a miss, and it is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Jackson Gunter. The pitch, swing, and a miss, and it is now 1 ball, 2 strikes there to Jackson Gunter. Some other games to talk about. We have the, hold on just 1 second. So we're trying to look at the other games, looking at the postseason for NBA and the NHL. Right now it's in progress. This is one game. This is the New York Rangers taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. That's going to be a strikeout there for Gunter. He's a strikeout looking. Brings up Caleb Dewing to the plate. Dewing batting.
Second baseman, number 1, Caleb Dewing.
4-1 in favor of the Penguins as they're playing the New York Rangers. Game 3 of that series is tied at 1. Earlier on today, later on tonight, the Grizzlies will take on the Golden State Warriors. Calgary will take on Dallas. That's later on tonight at 8:30. Cardinals will take on the Giants tomorrow afternoon. 3:05 is the start. Tomorrow will be the Carolina Hurricanes going up against the Boston Bruins. That's an NHL. Houston Gamblers, I believe, against the New Orleans. I'm trying to think of the team who the New Orleans is. That's USFL. That is tomorrow. Phoenix will play Dallas tomorrow. That's on ESPN. That's in the NBA NHL action. The Blues will hopefully even the series at 2 games apiece. When they take on the Wild, that's going to be at Enterprise Center up in St. Louis. The Cardinals will finish up their series with the Giants. They're back home taking on the Orioles, and the Giants are going to be in town, so they get to play the Giants once again. That's next weekend. Royals, unfortunately, were rained out today in Baltimore. A lot of rain has been impacting the Midwest and all the way to the East Coast. Pitch from Mendenhall. Inside. The pitch. Upstairs. One ball, 2 strikes, the count to Caleb Dewing. Pitch downstairs, and a walk will be issued. So it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. So the full count. Oh, send up the batter in Isaac Newman to the plate. Newman drew a walk.
Catcher, number 30, Isaac Newman. Freeman,
rather. So Isaac Freeman, no relation to Freddie Freeman. Former Brave and now current Dodger. Yeah, current Dodger, former Brave. World Series champion with the Braves last year. That's what brought Matt Olson to the Braves after the Dodgers signed Freddie Freeman right after the lockout. The pitch. Strike, says the home plate umpire. 0-1 the count. 2 outs, I believe, is what the scoreboard says. Still 1-0 in favor of Conway here in the bottom of, or rather the top of the 2nd inning. After this game, we will be at Crane, and that's when we will see Greenwood. Only 1 game for that contest. Here's the pitch to Freeman. Strike 3 as he gets him looking. That is how the top of the 2nd inning comes to a close. We head on to the bottom of the 2nd inning. It is 1-0 in favor of Conway. Welcome back to Clever High School here in Clever, Missouri. We're just right off of Highway 14 that goes just beyond the left field fence, or the outfield fence here at Clever.
First baseman, number 13, Seth McGaffey.
Seth McGaffey digs into the plate for the Clever Blue Jays. So as I said, we're just right off of Highway 14 that goes from left field all the way to about left center field. 320 down the left field line, 375 to straightaway center field, and it's 320 down the right field line. Another score update to tell you about. This is from San Francisco between the Cardinals and the Giants. It is in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Giants lead the Cardinals 6-3. As the Giants have gotten to Steven Matz early in the game. Looking at the standings for Major League Baseball, first starting off with the National League Central, the Brewers lead the Central, but the Cardinals are just right behind them at 2.5 games. Pittsburgh trails 7.5 games, 5.5 behind the Cards. Cubs are just one game back, or rather 5 games. Pirates are 5 games behind the Cardinals. That one's going to be hit foul. Cubs are just 1 game back from the Pirates. Look at the Reds, 15 games behind the Brewers. But they just got win number 4 on the season. Looking at the National League East, Mets are leading that division. They got a 6-game lead on the Marlins. Surprisingly, the Marlins are in 2nd place. Atlanta, the reigning world champs, are in 3rd place at 7 games back. They're tied with the Phillies for 3rd. Nationals are in last place. Looking at the National League West, Dodgers and Padres are tied for first. Colorado is in third. 2.5 games behind the Padres and the Dodgers. The Giants just 1 game behind the Rockies. And a half game ahead of the Diamondbacks, which the Giants are also 3.5 games behind the Padres and the Dodgers. Arizona sits at 4 games back.
Now batting for the Blue Jays, pitcher number 4, Lane Mendenhall.
Walk issued to Seth McGaffey. Sends up Lane Mendenhall to the plate. Looking at the American League East, New York leads that one. 2 games ahead of the Rays. Blue Jays are just 1 game back from the Rays, 3 games behind New York. 8.5 back for Baltimore, as they are 5.5 games back from the Blue Jays. 6 games back are the Red Sox from the Blue Jays, and 7 back from the Rays, 9 behind the Yankees. So that is something that is a little strange to see, is Boston in last, New York in first. A lot of Yankee fans would love to see that. Minnesota is leading the Central. 3 games behind are the Guardians and the White Sox. Royals trail the Twins by 6 games, and the Tigers are in last at 7 games. And to wrap it up with the American League West, the Angels lead that division with a game and a half lead on the Astros. Mariners are 5.5 games back. Texas is 6 games back, and Oakland is 7 games back, as a walk will be issued to Lane Mendenhall. Sends up Landon Flood to the plate. 2 straight walks to kick off the bottom of the second inning.
Right fielder number 3, Landon Flood.
Landon Flood, the man at the plate, his first trip to the plate in this ball game. 1 ball, no strikes account, as the infielders for Conway will congregate at the mound, as they will meet up with Coach Clay Blue. So 2 straight walks for the Clever Blue Jays here in the bottom of the second inning. Clever and Conway both getting wins against Crane. Crane losing both their games 14-4. One ball and 2 strikes account, as the runners and the batter will head back to the plate. So once again, this is the 3rd and final game today of this Clever Bonus Saturday. In the first 2 games, Clever defeated Crane by a score of 14-4. Crane coughed up a 4-0 lead against Conway. Then Conway defeated Crane 14-4. Those games ended in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch to Flood. Bunt. Bounded back. Foul. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. But as the sun is starting to set here in Clever, it does make it easier for us to read the scoreboard. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Landon Flood. So far, it has been a beautiful, beautiful day today. Pitch to Flood. Downstairs and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Still nobody out, with men on first and second base for the Blue Jays. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that's going to be roped up the middle for a base hit. That might plate one. It is going to plate one. Tie ball game, 1-1 tie between Clever and Conway. That is going to be an RBI single. That will bring in Owen Hall to the plate. Gotta think back of what Owen Hall did in this.
Now batting for the Blue Jays, shortstop, number 12, Owen Hall.
Owen Hall, the batter for the Clever Blue Jays. But even though Crane lost 14-4, they did a pretty good job today putting the ball in play, making it pesky for both Clever and Conway in the field. I'd say it's been a pretty good day today between these three teams that were here today. The pitch. 2 balls, no strikes to count to Owen Hall. The pitch to Hall. Strike, says the home plate umpire. And it's 2 balls, 1 strike. The next pitch outside, and it's going to be 2 balls and 1 strike to count to Owen Hall. This is his first plate appearance in this ball game. I believe he may have walked, he may have singled. Maybe he struck out in the last game Clever played, and a walk will be issued to Owen Hall. Sends up Austin Scott, as this will be his first plate appearance for today. Scott batting from the right side.
Designated hitter, number 27, Austin Scott.
Austin Scott, the batter. He's hitting in the 8th spot for Clever. Here's the first pitch to Scott. Blocked in the dirt by the catcher. I believe that is, Caleb Graves is the catcher for Conway.
No, Isaac Freeman.
Isaac Freeman, rather, is the catcher for Conway. The pitch, swung on, a little chopper, right back to the pitcher. Throw is offline. That's going to give Clever the lead. 2-1 Clever. That throw was just offline. They tried to get the runner out at the plate. So it's going to be a fielder's choice on your scorecards. Brings up Braden Birch to the plate.
Center fielder, number 1, Braden Birch.
Braden Birch, the batter for the Clever Blue Jays. Bases are full of Blue Jays here in the bottom of the 2nd. First pitch to Birch is going to be a strike, 0-1. Foul ball back towards the parking lot, just beyond the 3rd base side. 0-2 the count to Braden Birch. The pitch swung on, and a ground ball stopped by the shortstop. They're not able to make the play. 2 runs are going to score, and that is going to make it now a 4-1 Blue Jay lead here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. That will send up Hayden
Now batting
to the plate.
For the Blue Jays, left fielder,
Can't
number
single
5,
his last plate appearance
Hayden
back in the bottom of the 1st inning. Camp batting from the left side. The pitch. Little bunter. Foul ball. So what I see from the pitcher, Alton Mackey, is he lifts his leg just barely, kind of like how Clayton Kershaw delivers. If you've seen Clayton Kershaw pitch for the Dodgers. Runners at first and second. Little flinch. He was just about to deliver to the plate. So once again, if you look at Alton Mackey, the way he pitches, it's a little bit like how Kershaw pitches. Did you see that? Just like that from the windup. And believe me, I watch a lot of West Coast baseball. That's probably the reason why I stay up all night. So it's 3-1 our score. No, 4-1 our score in favor of Clever. See a lot of buses coming down 14. I don't know if it's been a track meet for Clever or what. Who knows? 1-1 the count to Hayden Camp. Pitch for Mackey. Little bunt. Foul ball once again. Let's see if Coach Snyder can have Hayden Camp make some contact. If he can make some contact, maybe he's doing that to avoid the double play. The pitch, swing and a fly ball, left field as he fouls out, or flies out rather. That will send in the batter in Carter Winger to the plate. Winger struck out swinging.
Second baseman, number 2, Carter Winger.
Carter Winger struck out swinging his last plate appearance here in we're back in the bottom of the first inning. One away here in the bottom of the second inning between Clever and Conway. Conway once again from the Summit Conference, Clever in the Mid-Lakes Conference. One ball, no strikes, the count to Winger. Check. And runners back in safely. One ball, no strikes, the count to Carter Winger. The pitch. Ball downstairs, outside. 2 balls, no strikes, the count to Winger. Once again, struck out swinging his last plate appearance. The pitch to him. Swing and a miss as he makes it now 2 balls and 1 strike. Tried hunting on that pitch. Runners are at first and second base. The pitch. Ball gets away. Winger holds up the stop sign for the runners. Winger once again struck out swinging. Check. Throws off line. So the runner on second base will stay on second. Once again, runners are at first and second base, bottom of the second inning. 3 balls, 1 strike, only 1 out here in the inning. Pitch to Winger. Outside, calls it a strike. 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss and a ball in the dirt. Winger goes down on strikes. Sends in the batter and Trevor Doolin. Trevor Doolin flew out to the... So Trevor Doolin flew out to
Catcher,
the
number 20,
left fielder.
Trevor Doolin.
Hayden Kent was doubled up, trying to score from second base. Runners are at first and second base here in the bottom of the second inning. The pitch from Mackey. Strike, says the home plate umpire. It is 0-1. Nothing in 1 the count. 2 outs. Pitch to Doolin. That's going to be a base hit. It's going to score 1 run. That's going to make it now 5-1 Conway. Or 5-1 Clever, rather. Thanks to the base hit by Trevor Doolin. He's going to bring up Seth McGaffey to the plate.
Courtesy running for the Blue Jays, number 7, Curtis Rubel. Up to the plate for the Blue Jays. First baseman, number 13, Seth McGaffey.
Seth McGaffey is the batter for the Clever Blue Jays. He walked his last plate appearance. Let's see if he can get keep the hit train rolling here in Clever. 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. I'm surprised he is not balking. As he lifts his leg up, acting like he's gonna pitch, but instead he picks off. Definitely strange to see. The pitch from Mackey is a strike, 0-1 there to Seth McGaffey. McGaffey once again walked in the beginning of the second inning. Runner goes. It's going to be a foul ball. (5-1) once again in favor of Clever here in the bottom of the second inning. Once again, Seth McGaffey at the plate. Oh, 2 the count. Runner goes. They throw it way offline. That's going to score another run, and that's going to make it now 6-1 in favor of the Blue Jays here in the bottom of the second inning of play. And a run scores, so it makes it now 6-1 Clever. What do you know? Maybe Conway may have ran out of runs in the bottom of, or back in the last game against Crane. Who knows? Conway trails at 6-1. Pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count to Seth McGaffey. He's the first baseman for the Clever Blue Jays. Here's the pitch. Swung on and a little tapper. Foul. May have just given Coach Snyder a clean shave there at the third base coaching box. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count to McGaffey. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and that is strike 3. Inning comes to a close, and that's how the bottom of the second inning will come to a close. We head on to the top of the third inning. It is 6-1 in favor of Clever.
I'm not going to announce. I'm terrible at names and stuff. So.
Welcome back to Clever High School here in the top of the third inning. Jake Maxwell is the batter for the Conway Bears, as they'll look to not come out of Clever with just one run in the second game that they're playing. Clever currently leads by a score of 6-1.
I had help, but yes. Thank you. Good.
Nothing in one to count to Jake Maxwell. Batting from the left side, the pitch from Hall. Ground ball, little roller, right to the shortstop. Throw on to first. And they cannot find the ball, as that's going to be a throwing error, E6 on your scoring books. Sends up Bricks in Blue to the plate.
Nothing good. Thanks, you.
Sends in the batter of Bricks in Blue, who walked his last plate appearance back in the first inning of play.
Now batting for the Bears, number 27, Brexton Blue.
Bricks in Blue, the batter, got a man on first. That's Jake Maxwell who reached on the error. Getting close to 8 p.m. here on this Saturday evening. We've been here for almost 7 hours.
Over 7 hours.
Over 7 hours. So about, it's going to be about what, 9 o'clock by the time this game comes to a close. 8:30 at the earliest. (6-1) in favor of Clever. Nothing into the count on Bricks in Blue. I got here at about, what, 12:45? That's about right. Nothing into the count to Blue as he swings at that high pitch. Talk about a high fastball. There's one out that will send up Cade Archer to the plate.
Center fielder, number 5, Cade Archer.
Cade Archer, the batter. Singled his last plate appearance. Check on the runner. It's called a balk, so that's probably what the third balk we've seen today. Crane's pitcher in the second game balked twice. Mendenhall just balked. We're going to put a runner that will move the runner to second base. Pitch inside. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball and no strikes account to Cade Archer. The next pitch. Puts it in there for a strike, and it is 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count rather. Pitch outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch, swung on in a ground ball, right to the shortstop. Throw on to first. He is out there at first base, so GO 6-3 on the put out. Brings up Alton Mackey to the plate.
Pitcher, number 34, Alton Mackey.
Mackey, the pitcher for the Conway Bears, here with 2 away here in the bottom, or rather the top of the third inning. First pitch you'll look at is going to be strike 1, 0-1. Knock, knock, who's there? Owen. Owen who? 0-1. That's the count here to Alton Mackey. Next pitch to him is going to be now 1 ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Currently sitting here in the top of the third inning of play. Runner goes. Nope, stays there at third base.
Okay.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Alton Mackey.
I'll keep those until we leave.
Okay.
I'll keep them until we leave.
Okay.
1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch. Little chopper. Second baseman fields it, throw to first. That is how the top of the third inning comes to a close. We head on to the bottom of the third inning, halfway home here from Clever. It is a 6-1 Clever lead. Welcome back to Clever High School here in Clever, Missouri.
Coming in the plate for the Blue Jays.
Lane
The
Mendenhall will
pitcher,
be the man leading off.
number 4,
Clever.
Lane Mendenhall.
Lane Mendenhall, the batter for the Clever Blue Jays. Here in the bottom of the third inning. Let's see if Clever can score some more runs. Make it a run rule, because every game that we have seen today has been a run rule. First pitch to him is going to be a strike, 0-1. Clever so far has 4 hits on the day, 2 errors, 6 runs. Conway looks like this: 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. Not sure of how many players were, or how many men were left on base. Nothing in 2 the count. Lights are starting to come on here at Clever. You can see the outfield lights coming on. Infield lights are also going to be coming on as well. New pitcher is Cade Archer. Check the swing, and he is down on strikes. Sends up the batter in Landon Flood. He smacked an RBI single back in the
Right fielder,
second
number
inning.
3, Landon Flood.
Landon Flood, the batter. Once again, he had an RBI single his first plate appearance. That was back in the bottom of the second inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And it is strike 1. 0-1 there to Landon Flood. 0-1 the count. 1 out. No men on base. Pitch to Flood. Swing and a miss, and it is strike 2, now currently 0-2. There to Landon Flood. The 0-2 pitch. Hits him, and that's going to be a hit by pitch there for Landon Flood. It's going to bring up Owen Hall to the plate. As Flood trots down to first, Owen Hall will dig in for his second plate appearance.
Coming to the plate for the Blue Jays. Shortstop, number 12, Owen Hall.
So Owen Hall, who walked his last plate appearance back in the bottom of the second inning. That was when Clever had that marathon inning. Sent 10 men to the plate. Catcher dropped the ball. Is he safe or is he out? He is safe there at second base. Nothing in one to count. One out to Owen Hall. The pitch. It's going to be 1 ball and 1 strike. The count to Owen Hall. Once again, base on balls, his last plate appearance. 1 man on first, or rather on second, that is Landon Flood. As he reached base on a hit by pitch. 1 and 2 the count to Owen Hall.
Nope.
2 balls, 2 strikes the count. 1 out to Owen Hall. Three balls, 2 strikes count to, once again, Owen Hall. A walk will be issued to Owen Hall. Brings up the batter in Austin Scott. Reached on a fielder's choice.
Designated hitter, number 27, Austin Scott.
Austin Scott, the batter. Once again, reached on a fielder's choice. Runners, first and second. The pitch. Downstairs, and it is 1 ball, no strikes. Want to know the count to, once again, Austin Scott.
Hey, either in or downstairs. You can't be running up and down the stairs. I don't want you out there on the stairs by yourself.
Want to know the count?
Shut the door.
2-0 the count once again.
Shut the door. Come on.
The 2-0. That's off the glove, or pardon me, off the catcher's chest plate, chest protector. Runners are at second and third with 1 out.
I don't know. It's over. All kinds of batters.
3-0 count and pitch on its way. Downstairs, Austin Scott will have a free base as he draws the walk. That will send up Braden Birch to the plate. He reached on an error.
Center fielder, number 1, Braden Birch.
Braden Birch, the batter. He's sitting in the ninth spot as we see Coach Clay Blue summon out to the mound from the first base coaching box. Currently sitting in the bottom of the third inning. Clever's hitters have hit in just about every single inning. Just
Coach Snyder said, come up here if I want to, so I just don't come up here for just a second. I want to talk to this guy here. This guy does a great job.
Thank you very much.
Had you a few times at Crane, so I'm the Sparta coach.
Yes. Oh yeah,
Yes.
Coach, what's his name?
Willis, yeah.
Willis, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You doing all right, buddy?
Good. Tell you what,
It's cold up here. You guys got the air.
Yeah.
Sorry, you cold down there.
So once again, Braden Birch reached on an error by the shortstop. He's your 9th man. So once again, the Clever hitters have batted around in the 2nd inning. They've been to the plate in just about every single inning. Clever only had just one 1-2-3 inning. That was in the top of the 1st inning. Only one out recorded here in the bottom of the 3rd inning of play. 6-1 our score in favor of Clever. Clever's has had 1 hit, or 4 hits rather. Conway has had just 1.
Oh, I'm gonna get in there.
Two errors so far for Clever. 6-4-2 on the scoreboard for Clever. 1-1-1 for Conway as a walk will be issued to Braden Birch. He's going to send in the batter in Hayden Camp to the plate. 1 out here in the inning. Walks in a run, 7.
Left fielder, number 5, Hayden Camp.
Bases are loaded here in the bottom of the 3rd for Hayden Camp to pitch outside, and it's going to be 1 ball and no strikes. As the sun is starting to set here in Clever.
You just have to.
1-0 the
I
count
can't
to
wear them at
now 2-0 the count to Hayden Camp. First baseman singled his first plate appearance, flew out to the left fielder. The pitch outside, and it's going to be 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. The count there to Hayden Camp. Pitch. Strike, says the home plate umpire. 3 balls and 1 strike. That's the count to Hayden Camp. Pitch to Camp. Swung on a little ground ball out of the way, umpire. Flips to short, or flips to second. That's the shortstop. Scores a run. And that's going to make it an RBI ground out. (6-4) on the force out. That will send in the batter in Carter Winger.
Second baseman,
Winger
number 2,
2 on the day.
Carter Winger.
Struck out swinging twice. Two outs here in the inning once again. 8-1 in favor of Clever. Got him there at first base, and that is how the bottom of the 3rd inning comes to a close. We head to the top of the 4th inning. 8-1 in favor of Clever.
That's why they told you.
Welcome back to Clever High School, as it is Nate Rice to the plate for the
Number 28, Nate Rice.
for the Conway Bears. Rice struck out looking his last plate appearance back in the second inning of play. It'll be Rice, Graves, and Gunter due up for the Bears. See, the line's out. A low 4 looks like is the scoring for Clever.
Caleb Graves.
Caleb Graves, the new batter. Base on balls, his last plate appearance, so Conway's gotten some base runners so far. Pitch. Strike, says the home plate umpire, 0-1 count. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. But Clever has scored. Let's see, they scored 6 runs in the second inning. They were scoreless in the first rather, and scored 2 in the 3rd inning. Conway scored their lone run in the first. The 1-1 pitch. It's outside, makes it 2 balls, 1 strike as Graves is ahead 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Upstairs. And it's 3-1.
Small.
3-1 pitch on its way from Mendenhall. Outside, and it's going to be a walk issued to Graves as he is on base for his 2nd walk today. Now we'll send in the batter in Jackson Gunter to the plate. Gunter struck out looking.
Right fielder, number 4,
in the
Jackson Gunter.
2nd inning. Just on the roster. One out here in the top of the 4th inning of play. This game so far has cruised. So far we are in the 4th inning of play. So once again, this game has cruised. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning of play. 8-1 our score in favor of Clever. As Conway did cough up that 1-0 lead. Crane also coughed up that 4-0 lead that they had against Clever earlier on. That was in the first game today. 2-1 the count, 1 out. Two-1 pitch to Gunter is on its way upstairs, and it is 3 balls and 1 strike. Caleb Graves, the batter for, Caleb Graves is your man on the bases. The 3-1 pitch. Outside, calls it a strike, and it is 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2, the count to Jackson Gunter. Runner goes, and a walk will be issued there to Jackson Gunter. Brings up Caleb Dewing to the plate. Runners at 1st and 2nd with.
Now batting for the Bears, number 1, Caleb Dewing.
Looks like that was someone. I believe that is Coach Justin Snyder. It might be Cameron Garcia going out to the mound.
Justin Snyder.
Coach Justin Snyder is summoned out to the mound. He's going to calm things down with Lane Mendenhall. You have an 8-1 lead. You have to protect. If you got that 8-1 lead, you don't make any mistakes in the field. You want to keep this down to a minimum. You want to keep errors to a minimum. Clever has committed 2 errors in the field. Conway has committed just 1 error. And the Bears trail the Blue Jays by a score of 6-1. 8-1 rather. One out here in the inning, as Mendenhall is in some trouble here in the top of the 4th inning. Caleb doing the batter, 1 out here in the inning once again. 8-1 our score in favor of Clever. Let me tell you, it has been a beautiful day today. The sun is starting to set here in Christian County. Pitch from Mendenhall upstairs and inside, and it's 1-0. I've not heard this umpire call strikes high and inside, so I believe he would favor the strikes that are down and in on hitters. That's what he called on the crane hitters. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. The pitch, swinging a foul ball. 1-2 the count. To Caleb Dewing. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Once again to Caleb Dewing. The 1-2 pitch. Ooh. Mendenhall kind of slipped. Came down to a knee as he delivered that pitch to the catcher in Trevor Doolin. Looks to be all right there on the mound. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count to, once again, Caleb Dewing, the 9th man for the Blue Jays. Or for the Bears, rather. Let me tell you, it's been a long day. Been here for over 7 hours, almost coming up on 8. Swinging a fly ball. Who's going to get it? The left fielder has it for out number 2. That will send up the batter in. So that will send in the batter in Isaac Freeman to the plate.
Now batting for the Bears, number 30, Isaac Freeman.
Freeman walked and struck out looking his last plate appearances. This is his 3rd plate appearance of the ball game. After this game, we will stream the Crane Greenwood game. That is Crane's senior night. They will honor 3 seniors on the diamond. And also, you want to watch before the game. There will be a special ceremony, as I want to keep that one hushy hush for everybody who doesn't know. 2 outs here in the inning. One ball, no strikes, account to Isaac Freeman with 2 outs here in the inning. Pitch, swing and a miss as he tried to chop at that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, the count to Isaac Freeman. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss as he tried to chop at that one. And it is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Check on the Cardinals game. This is now an 8-3. Now a 9-4 Giants lead over the Cardinals. Giants have smoked 6 hits. Cardinals have 8. They have been leaving men on base. Jake Woodford's on the mound facing Estrada in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. 2 away here in the top of the 4th. The 2-2 pitch. Inside. Makes it now 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count to Isaac Freeman, the Conway leadoff man. Once again, he is walked and he has struck out. Hard to tell what the umpire has said. Three and 2 the count to Freeman. Pitch. A walk is issued there to Freeman, so the inning will extend to Jake Maxwell.
Number 10, Jake Maxwell.
Jake Maxwell, the batter, he reached on an error in his last plate appearance and also struck out swinging. Foul ball goes out. Nothing in 2 the count to Jake Maxwell. Nothing in 2 the count. 2 outs to Jake Maxwell. The 0-2 from Mendenhall. Here it comes. Swing and a miss as he goes down swinging on strikes. And that sends this game into the bottom of the 4th inning. When you're coming back up to the plate, the Blue Jays lead it 8-1. Welcome back to Clever High School here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 8-1 in favor of the Blue Jays. As a new pitcher is in
Batting for the Blue Jays,
Conway, that is Isaac Freeman.
second baseman, number 2, Carter Winger.
So with both the Pirates and the Bears today used 3 pitchers. Crane actually used 5 today. 2 in the second game, 3 in the first game. Conway's used 3 so far, but 4. 4 altogether today. Pitch swung on and a little chopper. It's going to be foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count to Carter Winger. Final score update as looks like the Cleveland Guardians defeated the Toronto Blue Jays They're in Cleveland.
Just a minute.
Guardians used to be called the Indians.
As soon as I can get a break here.
So we'll look at that final score to tell you what the score was. 8-3 rather. That was the first game that was played. Here we go. 8-2 was the final between
number 20, Trevor Doolin.
So the final score was the Guardians 8, the Blue Jays 2.
Winger struck out.
So a strikeout for Winger. He's got one out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Fly ball. Base hit rather. It's a ground ball, so it's going to be a single for Trevor Doolin. We'll send in the batter and Seth McGaffey to the plate. Seth McGaffey, so far, he walked and struck out swinging back in the second inning.
Go.
But the name McGaffey sounds like a name of a restaurant that you could eat at. McGaffey's Bar and Grill. Does remind me of a place in Springfield.
Up to the plate for the Blue Jays, number 13, Seth McGaffey.
So that name reminds me of an old restaurant in Springfield, in I believe in Chesterfield Village, called McGuffey's.
Yep.
So you can tell me that McGaffey sounds like a name of a restaurant that could be open. McGaffey's Bar and Grill. First pitch, strike one to McGaffey. Once again, he walked and struck out swinging. 0-1 the count, one out to Seth McGaffey with a man on first. That is Trevor Doolin. We got a rundown between first and second base. Safe as some good base running there by Trevor Doolin. 0-1 the count to Seth McGaffey. Blaine Mendenhall is your man on deck for the Blue Jays. Pitch inside, and it's going to be 1-1. The thing is about this scoreboard here at Clever, you really can't see the numbers whenever the sun is out. You can see it whenever it's cloudy and whenever it's dark out. One ball, one strike, the count to Seth McGaffey. 1-1. Swing and a miss, and it makes it now 1 ball, 2 strikes on McGaffey. Excuse me. The 1-2 swung on, and a little tapper. It's going to be a foul ball. We'll do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 the count, 1 out to Seth McGaffey. Once again, walked in, struck out swinging. So this is his 3rd plate appearance today. He batted twice in the 2nd. That was Clever's marathon inning. The 1-2 is going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count to McGaffey. Currently sitting here in the bottom of the 4th. 2 balls, 2 strikes is the count on McGaffey. Pitch, runner goes. There goes a throw down to second. Did he get him? No, they did not. He is safe there on second base. but McGaffey strikes out, I believe, looking. So it sends in the batter in Lane Mendenhall. The starting
Number
pitcher
4,
for
Lane
Clever.
Mendenhall.
Lane Mendenhall, the batter for the Blue Jays. 2 outs here in the inning. Bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch outside, and it's going to be 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to count to Lane Mendenhall. 2 outs here in the inning. The pitch. 2-0 the count there to Mendenhall. 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. 2-0 pitch, swinging a foul tip. And it's 2-1. I can say it's been a long but productive day today here at Clever. This is the 3rd and final game of this bonus Saturday. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch, swinging a fly ball. Center field, who's going to get it? Oh! Sliding catch there by the right fielder. And that's how the bottom of the 4th inning comes to a close. But Clever was not able to scratch any runs in. We're heading on to the top of the 5th. It is 8-1 in favor of the Blue Jays. Welcome back to Clever High School here in Clever, Missouri. Brandon West is your new pitcher for Clever.
Number 27,
The
Brixton Blue.
top of the 5th inning, Brixton Blue is your pitcher, or rather is your man at the plate. First pitch swinging, strike 1. There to Brixton Blue. He's walked and struck out his last 2 plate appearances back in the 1st and the 3rd innings of play. So he's batted around in the odd numbered innings, swinging a fly ball. Who's going to get it? The center fielder has it for out number 1.
Number 5, Caleb Archer.
Cade Archer, the batter for the Bears. He is singled and grounded out to the shortstop in his last 2 plate appearances. Pitch. It's going to be a strike, 0-1. 1 out here in the inning. Owen won the count as now he
Ground ball to the pitcher.
ground ball right to the pitcher. G-O-1. That will send up Alton Mackey to the plate. He was the starting pitcher today.
number 34, Alton Mackey.
Alton Mackey, the batter, with 2 away here in the top of the 5th inning. The pitch, swing and a miss, and it is 0-1. Sun's starting to go down here at Clever, as it looks a lot brighter on the stream than it does outside. It's going to be a base hit on the ground. That's going to put a runner on first. So Clever, or rather Conway is chipping away, even though they are down 8-1. That will bring up the batter.
Number
Nate
28,
Rice to the
Nate
plate.
Rice.
Nate Rice, the batter for the Conway Bears, facing once again Brennan West. The pitch. It's a strike, and it is 0-1. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. The 0-1. Ball gets away. 1 ball, 1 strike. There to Nate Rice. 1-1 the count, 2 outs to Nate Rice. 8-1 our score in favor of Clever. We currently sit here in the top of the 5th.
The ball game.
One and 1 the count. Pitch, swing, and it's going to be a pop-up. The first baseman has it for out number 3. We head on to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is an 8-1 Clever lead. Welcome back to Clever High School here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We're just cruising right through.
Now batting for the Blue Jays, number 3, Landon Flood.
Landon Flood is the batter for the Landon Flood is the batter for the Clever Blue Jays. Swung on a ground ball. Oh, nice play. So, as he is out on, or no, he's safe at first, so it's going to be an infield single. Sends up Owen Hall, who walked twice back in the 2nd and 3rd innings of play.
Shortstop, number 12, Owen Hall.
Owen Hall, the batter for the Clever Blue Jays.
Come here. You can't be running in and out. Is Kristen down there? You either go down there, stay down there, or you stay in there.
Owen Hall, the batter once again for the Blue Jays. The pitch. It's going to be a strike at 0-1. Man on first, that is once again Landon Flood. Trying to pick off a 10th, ball gets away. there goes Hall, or Flood rather, and he will end up there at second base on the stolen base. (8-6-2) for the Blue Jays, 1-1-1 for the Bears. As Clever pitching so far has looked really good. Or it's actually 1-2-1 for the Conway Bears. (8-1) our score once again in favor of Clever. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be 2 balls, 1 strike. Throw down to third base. Did they get him? This they did. They're at third base, so Flood is called out on third, caught stealing. So there's 1 out here in the inning. Hall once again at the plate. So 2-2 upstairs, and it is 3-2. Early here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 3-2, here it comes. And a walk will be issued there to Owen Hall, so it's going to be a base on balls. Sends up Austin Scott to the plate. Austin Scott batting from the right side. He walked and
Designated
grounded
hitter,
into a
number
fielder's
27,
choice back
Austin
in the
Scott.
3rd and 2nd innings of play. Scott didn't bat or play in the first game against Crane. But most of these players did. Braden Birch, Owen Hall, Landon Flood, Blaine Mendenhall, Seth McGaffey, Trevor Doolin, Carter Winger, and Hayden Camp all played in the first game against Crane. First pitch to Scott. The ball gets away, 1 ball, no strikes. So score correction, it was actually 15-4, Conway beating Crane. So they've scored just 16 runs on the day today. Crane scored 8. Clever so far, let's see. 14 runs in the first game. So far, 8 runs so far today. So that makes it up to 23 runs on the day today for Clever. 2 balls and no strikes. Had to do my math today. So if you count up all the runs that were scored, 23 for Clever so far, 16 for Conway, 8 for Crane. Run on, or throw onto first base. Looks like it was a double play. So it looks like a 6-4-3 or maybe 4-6-3.
4-4-3.
4-4-3. So /3. As we head to the 6th inning of play, it is
Sometimes your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your
It is, once again, 8-1 in favor of Conway.
Number 3, Caleb Graves.
Welcome back to Clever High School here in Clever, Missouri. We're in the top half of the 6th inning. Caleb Graves is the man leading things off for the Blue Jays, or rather for the Bears, here in the top of the 6th inning. 8-1 Clever, our score. Clever scored 6 runs in the 2nd inning, 2 runs in the 3rd. Scoreless in the 1st, 4th, and 5th innings of play. Conway scored their lone run in the 1st inning of play. Owen 2, swing and a miss. He goes down swinging on strikes. That will send out the batter and Jackson Gunter to the plate. Strikeout looking and a base on balls. There for Gunter.
Number 4, Jackson Gunter.
Jackson Gunter, the batter for the Conway Bears. Struck out looking and a base on balls once again. The pitch. Downstairs, it's going to be a ball, 1-0. Next pitch, swinging a foul tip. 1-1 the count to Jackson Gunter. 1-1 the count, 1 out. There to Gunter. Let's see if he can get on base for the 2nd time tonight. See, he's been on base just once. Little chopper, right to the shortstop. Throw on to first. Gets him for out number 2. 6-3 on the putout.
Number 1, Caleb Dewing.
Caleb Dewing, the batter now for Conway. Final hope for Conway here in the 6th inning of play. So far today, Clever has done really well today. They could be on the verge of winning their 2 games today of this bonus Saturday. Crane lost their 2 games. Conway will be able to split once this game goes final. Or they could win both games if they can manage to bring in some runs and start a rally. 1 ball, no strikes account to Caleb Dewing. 2-0 the count. 2 outs, nobody on. 2-0. Strike, says the home plate umpire. Is 2 balls and 1 strike. There to Caleb Dewing. The 2-1. Ball, says the home plate umpire. 3 balls, 1 strike. What do you know? Conway is just 1 ball away from having their first base runner of the 6th. The pitch. Swing and a fly ball. Who's got it? The shortstop has it for out number 3, and we will head on to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is an 8-1 Clever lead. Welcome back to Clever High School. We're kicking off the bottom of the 6th inning between Clever and Conway.
Number 1, Braden Birch.
Braden Birch is the batter, leading off for the Clever Blue Jays here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Let's see what the 9th man can do. You want to get on base. If you're the 9th man, find one way to get on base. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and it is 0-1 to count to Braden Birch. Oh, 1 the count. The pitch. Inside, and it's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike. The count to Braden Birch. So yes, Clever basketball does have a new head coach. That's boys basketball. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count. We don't know who it is. It's not the current head, or it's not the former head coach of Willard. That is Jeremy Dressler, but the Willard Tigers do have a new head coach in J.J. Adamson. He was the girls' head coach for Willard, so Willard will have to find a new head coach for the girls' basketball team. Swinging a fly ball. Foul territory. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Birch is on his way, steaming all the way to second base. He's going to be on there for a leadoff double, and that will send up Hayden Camp to the plate. Camp so far, he has singled. He has flew out to left field, and an RBI ground out. Back in the first, second, and third innings of play. This is his
Now batting for the Blue Jays, number 5,
4th.
Hayden Camp.
So this is his 4th trip to the plate. Let's see what he can do in that trip number 4 to the plate. Batting from the left side. Pitch. Strike, says the home plate umpire. 0-1 there to Hayden Camp. Blue Jays lead it 8-1 against Conway. Oh, 1 the count. Throw it offline. And he stays on second base. That is Braden Birch. Braden Birch played basketball last winter for Clever. Clever, I believe, for basketball only had, 3 wins on the year. 0-1 the count. Clever football coming up next fall. They had just 1 win last fall. That was against Agape. So let's see what the Clever football Jays can do next fall. I can tell they could be a little bit more improved next year. The 0-2. Swinging a foul tip. Look out in the third base dugout. 0-2 the count to Hayden Camp. The 0-2. Called a balk, and Birch will head to third base. That's got to be the 4th balk we've seen today. 0-2 the count. Nobody out. Pitch to Camp. Side is going to be strike 3 as he looked at it for strike 3. That will send in the batter in Carter Winger to the plate. He has struck out 3 times today. So he's 0 for 3. Looking
Number
to release
2.
that 0 for 4.
Carter Winger.
Carter Winger digs into the plate once again. He is 0 for 3 on the day. 3 strikeouts. Struck out swinging 3 times. First pitch, ground ball to the pitcher. Throw on to first. There's out number 2. One 3 on the put out. We'll send in the batter in Trevor Doolin. He's
Number 20, Trevor Doolin.
Trevor Doolin has been busy today at the plate. 2 for 3 on the day. 2 singles. And flew out. First pitch, swing. First pitch looking, strike 1, 0-1. Coming up in the top of the 7th inning, it will be the last chance for Conway, they got the top of the order coming up. Freeman, Maxwell, and blue. And they will face Brennan West on the mound. We shall see. So I believe Brennan West might be a Clever's closer that Snyder would bring in. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike to count to... Oh! Did they get him? No, they did not. Braden Birch steals home. That's going to make it a 9-1 Clever lead. So we have just passed 5 innings, so 2 more runs, and Clever wins this game on a run rule. Every game that we have seen has been on a run rule. Crane lost, or Clever won their first game on a run rule 14-4. And Conway won their first game 15-4 on a run rule. 2 balls, 1 strike to count to Carter Winger. Pardon me, Trevor Doolin. What did Winger do? Did he ground out?
Winger?
Yeah.
Yes. He did.
Oh yeah, I already got that. So Trevor Doolin, the batter. Strike 3 as he goes down swinging on strikes, but the Blue Jays do pick up a run. So we head to the 7th. Last chance coming up for the Blue Jays, or for the Bears. So they trail it by a score of 8-4. Welcome back to Clever High School as we're kicking off the top half of the 7th inning between Clever and Conway. Clever has a lead. It is 9-1.
Leading off the top of the 7th for the Bears, number 30, Isaac Freeman.
Isaac Freeman, the pitcher for Conway, digs in. First pitch he sees is going to be a ball, 1-0. Sun has sat here in Clever, Missouri. Pitch. Strike, says the home plate umpire. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-1 the count to Isaac Freeman. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 the count once again to Carter Winger, or pardon me, to Isaac Freeman. Swing and a miss as he tried to go after that high pitch. He's down, goes down on strikes. We'll send in the batter.
Number 10,
Maxwell.
Jake Maxwell.
Jake Maxwell, the batter for the Conway Bears. He started the second game of this. He started the second game of this bonus Saturday that we have today on the mound against Crane. Gave up just 4 runs. 0-1 the count to Jake Maxwell here in the 7th inning. Ground ball right to the shortstop. Throw on to first. And there it is, easy money as the Blue Jays are now down to their final, or rather the Bears are down to their final out of the game. Bears don't want to go down a ground out. Don't want to go down a victim of the final out.
Number 27, Rickson Blue.
Rickson Blue, the batter for the Conway Bears here in the top of the 7th inning. As the Bears are down to their last out of the game. The pitch downstairs, and it's going to be 1 ball, no strikes. There to Rickson Blue. Pitch. Side 2-0. Nobody on base for the Blue Jays. The Bears have not sent any man on the base. As the first pitch is going to be a strike. Now it's 2 balls, 1 strike. So the Bears have had nobody on base here in the 7th. Pitch downstairs, and it is 3 balls, 1 strike. Still once again down to their final out. 3-1 to count. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. That's going to be hit the other way. That's going to be caught. And that is how the game comes to a close, as the Clever Blue Jays beat the Conway Bears by a final score of 9-1. Don't go away. We will have our post-game show coming up in just a few moments. So stick around, everybody. Welcome back to Clever High School. I'm here with the head coach of the Clever Blue Jays, Coach Justin Snyder, after those two 14-4 wins against Crane and that 9-1 win against Conway. Coach Snyder, coming into this game on this bonus Saturday, what was the initial ingredients that you had going into these games against Crane and Conway?
It always starts on the mound. Your pitchers have to throw strikes, play solid defense behind, which we've been doing much better lately. And then you've got to put runs across, and we've got great team speed, so if we can get on base, it creates a lot of opportunities for us. So we had pretty good at-bats today. I was pretty happy. Game 2 was, there were some times where it was kind of streaky, but overall, our focus is just team first. How can we score runs and get enough runs across that, and play good enough defense behind our pitching that we can have some success.
Had that success you guys did, and you guys in both games, you guys were down 1-0 and 4-0. So when you guys were trailing 4-0 to Crane and or rather 4-1 to Crane and 1-0 to Conway, what did you tell your players to do to spark those runs?
It was a little frustrating at times. That's fine. It was frustrating because I asked the kids. We've seen a lot of velocity, so the kid that Coach Harmon threw was much slower than what we're used to seeing velocity-wise, and I asked the kids very early on to make that change and that adjustment in the batter's box, and I didn't feel like we did until about the 4th inning. So that was a little bit frustrating. I was just frustrated at that part of it. Once the 4th inning came along, I thought we started making those adjustments and making really good contact and squaring it up. And that was the most frustrating part. And it was kind of the same thing in game 2. They brought in a kid. We had hit pretty well off their starter, and they brought in a kid that just threw a bunch of junk and threw softer, and we didn't make adjustments. Maybe as good as we should have, but that's also a part of being a really young baseball team.
A really young baseball team it is, and you guys scored 23 runs total today. 24 runs total, because you guys scored 14 in the first game, 9 in the second game. So what does that say about your offense that you guys had today?
I would think more along the lines, I thought our base running was so good today. Whether it was stolen bases, scoring on guys, on hits, taking an extra base. If there's anything that I think contributed to us scoring runs today, it was how well we ran the bases. And we spend a lot of time working on running bases and jumps and leads and knowing counts to run in and when we can take advantage and try to get the extra base, and how when you're up and ahead you want to be more aggressive, just putting more pressure on the other team. And we are really young, but one of the things that we do have is we have tremendous team speed, so we want to use the gifts that we have, and I felt like we did swing the bats well at times today, but our base running was just exceptional today.
Base running was exceptional today, and so pitching today, only giving up just no, not 11, but
4 in the first and 1 in the second.
4 in the first, 1 in the second, and then in today's game, just 1 run. So
yep.
You guys gave up just, I believe, 5 runs today. So
yeah.
5 runs. What does that say for your pitching? What have they done this entire season?
Pitching's been progressively better. Early on in the year, the pitching was good. Our defense was not. That has been we've just progressively played better as the years gone, and I knew this would happen. I mean, we're playing anywhere between 3 and 6 freshmen a game, and playing multiple sophomores as well. And our juniors that are playing, other than Hayden Camp, don't have a lot of experience varsity baseball-wise. So I knew we would go through some bumps early, but I started with a freshman who's never pitched varsity, Peyton Guccione, in game 1. He had a great first inning. Second inning, he walked 4 guys and gave up a double, and that's how he scored 4 runs. He learned that the strike zone is much smaller in varsity than it is in JV, and that's fine. He had to, have those learning experiences, and he'll be better for what he went through today the next time he takes the mound. Corbett Alley came in and did great, to finish game 1, and then Lane struggled a little bit with command today. Sometimes I think he feels like he's got to strike everybody out, we've got solid defense now behind him. Because early on in the year, it was, hey, we really need to just strike guys out. But right now, the way we're playing defensively, he needs to use them. He can use them more. So, that aspect of it has been really, really good. And Brennan West came in and closed that game out and gave us 3 really good innings. He's had really good, he's got varsity innings as a freshman, but he's done so good on JV. We've been waiting for the right time to bring him in, and we thought today was a great time. And he just proved that, he's going to be really good on the mound, for the rest of the year for us.
Be good on the mound for the rest of the year for you guys. And now, going into your game on Tuesday, I believe you guys play Fairgrove. That's going to be...
We actually have Marion Early, or Morrisville, whatever you want to call them, on Monday.
Morrisville coming up on
Fairgrove
Monday.
On Tuesday.
And Fairgrove on Tuesday. So what's it going to be when you guys take on both Morrisville and Fairgrove on Monday and Tuesday?
Oh, they're both 2 really good teams. Morrisville, I think, is like 18 or 19-2 right now, or 3. They're well coached. They've got good guys on the mound. They can hit the baseball. They've played a good schedule, so it'll be a dogfight. We're going to throw Braden Birch, our center fielder, a little left-handed pitcher. So, he's done well. He hasn't thrown a varsity game in a couple weeks. He kind of went through a little bit of an injury with his shoulder, but he's rehabbed that well, and I think he's ready to, give us some good innings on the mound. And then against Fairgrove, we're actually going into that as a suspended game. We tried to play it Monday. We got rained out after the first inning, and it was 5-4. So we're going into that game picking up in the second inning. Carter Winger will be on the mound when that game starts. He had come in relief for Lane Mendenhall in that game. And so Carter will get the start in that game. Then we've got Corbin Alley will throw Wednesday against Stoutland. And then Lane, the kid who threw this game, or started this game, will throw Thursday against Cassville.
Very final word you had to say to Coaches Clay Blue and Coach Brian Harmon of the Crane Pirates and the Conway Bears. What would your words be to Coaches Brian Harmon and Clay Blue of the Conway Bears and Crane Pirates?
This is a tough day for all of us. I know that we had a little mini celebration for Brian Harmon between games, second and third game. He's retiring and I'm leaving to take an assistant principal and AD job at Miller. And Coach Blue, we've all been together the whole time, and we've competed and played in some great baseball games together. So it was definitely a bittersweet day, but I'm really, really glad we got to have this day and celebrate the day at home plate and take some pictures and celebrate the friendships that we have and that we've developed through this game. If it wasn't for Coach Harmon, I wouldn't have this job, and I believe that. He was a huge proponent of me getting this job and has helped me in so much along the way. And even with me getting the AD assistant principal's job, he was a huge help in that aspect as well. So, and Coach Blue is just a great guy and a great person, and he's got great teams and just fun to compete against them all.
Appreciate the time, Coach Snyder. Congratulations on those wins against Conway and Crane.
Thanks, sir.
Let's go get Fairgrove, Morrisville, Stoutland, and Cassville next week.
Let's go.
That was Coach Justin Snyder. That will end today's show for today. We hope you enjoyed our show. We hope you enjoyed us with these 3 games that we had for tonight. Well, I'm Adam Smith from Ozark Sports. We're saying have a good night and so long from Clever High School. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you guys back here on Tuesday night.